As you're browsing the aisles, filling your cart with 8 loaves of bread, 148 Gatorades, and maybe a new set of king bed sheets, you may have noticed you can also get yourself some golf balls. They're one hell of a deal, but are they any good? To find out, I grabbed my 7-iron, a Titleist Pro V1, and started hitting a few shots. Good. That is, for me, very good. Swap that out. Bring in Mr. Kirkland. Whoa. That ball spins. Wow. Ball feels good and flies okay, but it's just really spinny. Even on a draw, that's 7,200 RPMs. Switching back to Titleist. Spins lower. Yeah. It's about what I would want, no more than that. Easy to get the number I want. And back to Kirkland. That's crazy. It's cool, but it's more spin than I want. I then wondered, with all that spin, could I play a stronger lofted iron and just hit the ball further and just as high? So P790 instead. A lot less loft. Generally would be kind of too knuckly for me. If I pair it with Kirkland, maybe it'll be good. Oh. Now I've got 190 yard 7-iron instead of 180 yard 7-iron. But I still have mid to low 6,000 spin. Okay, this is kind of cool. So I gained a club of distance, but the extra spin of the Kirkland gives me still a nice high, stable ball flight. That's crazy. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I then switched back to Pro V1, but kept the P790. It's cool, but the spin starts to go under 6. Because I don't want to hit the ball knuckly like that, which is certainly not the ball's fault, but it's designed to be paired with my more traditional irons. This guy, back to Kirkland again, is literally a match made in heaven. Just a club longer and perfect spin. Time to see how Kirkland does off the wedges. Here's gap wedge. It's about as far as I'd want to hit my gap wedge. Okay, I mean, I don't hate it. Pro V1 here. These numbers are pretty tight for spin. And back to Kirkland. So yeah, it's a little variable, let's call it. That one really, not sure why it spun under. And then you get that one that spins. So I think the ball is good, it just maybe the spin window on the wedges is a little wider than I would like. The Titleist ball spun, let's say, lower on average, more like 10,500, and they were kind of all the same over and over again. We are being super picky here. But I can't say this is bad, it's just maybe not quite as good. On to the big stick, starting with Pro V1 here. I'd be pretty happy with that. It's nice. Yeah, these are what I would hope to see. Yeah, okay. So yeah, no surprise. This ball works well for me off the driver, as it should. Now, Kirkland, my spinny friend, the question is, are you spinning off the driver? Because being spinning off the irons and wedges is actually quite a good thing in terms of fitting. You find someone that needs that, it's good. Off the driver, most people don't need spin. Nothing wrong with that. Now, if we were to be critical here, these are a little bit short on ball speed and a little high on spin. You can see the carry numbers are just a little bit lower. These are very similar. Yeah, I mean, it spins a bit more. I can do this all day, but when the strike and the swing and the path and the curvature, everything are similar, Kirkland goes a little spinnier off the driver. Here's a drive with Pro V1, 170 miles an hour ball speed, 301 carry. Almost the same swing and strike with Kirkland, 168 mile an hour ball speed, 291 carry. Now the Kirkland costs less than $1.50 a ball in the United States. Pro V1s will set you back almost 4 times that. The question then is, given the price, does the Kirkland have enough performance? I'd say it does. Okay, so let's do a little shopping here for some Kirkland golf balls. So what are you getting for your money? I mean, obviously, we know that this isn't going to be produced in a Titleist level factory. It's probably not the absolute highest standards of quality control and what have you. But the reality is, for the price, it is a 3-piece ball. It's got a urethane cover. That's kind of how a high-end ball is constructed. You know, this is technically Performance Plus version 2. Responsive putting feel, excellent greenside control. I would agree, there is definitely a lot of spin on the golf ball. Longer lasting durability? I don't know. Again, for the amount of money that it is, it really can't be all that durable. So yes, you will probably find that this scuffs a bit easier than other golf balls, but price to performance ratio, I think, is pretty good with these. There are obviously drawbacks. We know it's not the most durable ball in the world, and we know it's kind of a little bit spinnier than some people need, but you could say that about a lot of golf balls. It really just comes down to finding whether or not it suits you. And I think as we tested here, there are definitely people that it suits quite well. And if you want to play this ball, there's ways you can dial your equipment to actually suit the golf ball quite nicely. The compression, the core, you could definitely feel that it's nice and soft, but something about the cover or maybe that second mantle layer, there's a little bit of a clicky shell feeling to it. Again, this is just being super picky because I can. But when it comes to, you know, the overall experience of the ball relative to the price, I think it's very good for the world of golf that Kirkland and Costco have produced a golf ball, and to be honest with you, I hope they always do.